GA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground. Etienne knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Richardson. Oh, his first throw in his playoff matchup is intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. And they'll run with Etienne. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. DK Metcalf from 8 yards out. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Motion man is Schwartz. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down. Richardson off the play fake. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Richardson on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. A give running right, Etienne. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. They go play action now. Jackson. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Etienne up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Travis Etienne, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Now Richardson going to shift things up. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. Again, it's Pacheco.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
3rd and 2.
And caught by Cameron right side. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
They'll run for it with Pacheco.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
They'll try for the 1st with Pacheco.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
In motion is Gray. Richardson looking to throw this.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Richardson looking to throw.
Eluding the pressure right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They go play action with Jackson.
Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Play action. Now Jackson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, ETN.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Now it's Richardson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now Richardson. Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
That's where they got the stop before. Here we go on 4th down.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Here's Pacheco once again.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Motion man is Schwartz. Richardson.
That's going to be caught. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Motion man is Schwartz.
Back to throw. Richardson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
2nd and 10. Richardson working from the gun.
Steps away to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Danny Gray, 52 yards. And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that will get him one closer. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Sheds off the tackle. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Jackson to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. The end result, 21 yards.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Etienne is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Lamar Jackson, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Richardson to throw off play action.
Buying time to his left.
Now he's loose at the 40.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. They'll look to throw again.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Motion man is Schwartz. He'll find Schwartz complete right side.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
26 yards.
And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. 61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. On first down, right back to ETN. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half. You've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home. This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 25 yards that time. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Travis Etienne,
his second touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Ravens are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. On ill-advised throw, back over the middle, and it's intercepted.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game. Jack Campbell with a pick.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
And that one complete downfield to Johnson.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Ready. Let's go now.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Flushed out right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now Richardson yet again.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Richardson out of the shotgun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Danny Gray.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Raiders get a bit closer. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful.
That's caught inside the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
DK Metcalf.
A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and it will bump the lead up to 26. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And they take a knee.
The Ravens going to move on to another week in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.
This is highly recommended. This for all of my pushing the limit. Mile high got me over here, but here's the flight attendant.
Yeah, I've been around the world and and seen them thing that I can't buy. See, reaching these type of heights that come with a third eye. I'm better at betting on me. The numbers don't lie.
That's how we rolling. You know them gold diggers.